because I think back to when Reginald was that mid lane shot caller for TSM.
Yep.
Taking his champions away, since he was such a predominant voice, to get him uncomfortable made the entire team uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
High getting Zed is a fantastic boon for Cloud9 here.
The only thing I can think of is Lustboy still wants to play Nami and he just does not want to get shielded out. Lemon also plays quite a strong Braum, but Lustboy has also been favoring Nami throughout the entire event. Nami
seems like a perfect choice for Team Solomid here. It's one of the big reasons we've seen Braum picked so much, has been to block all those Nami tidal waves.
All the management, knowing when he can go in, those heals.
Yeah, heals from Nami.
And LemonNation as well.
Heals from Maokai, and now Meteos first gank of the game. Ooh, this is dangerous for Dyrus.
Great amount of slow there. Whimsy's used quite early. He could have the flash over the wall, but it's not really going to be necessary.
I almost feel like
actually
it's just going to be the long chase. He has no more escapes.
Here's High. Why did he not go over for the wall? This is interesting. Dyrus actually gets himself in a pickle. No rotation from the rest of the team. First blood, a matter of 3:33 into the game.
Oh, man. So much patience from Meteos was displayed during that gank, getting the auto attack in first to slow down Dyrus for an easier cocoon, which made him burn the flash early, which is why Dyrus wasn't able to flash over the Baron wall. However, it is an early game kill. He does have his teleport. He also used that playful trickster right on the death mark. Just make it difficult for High to get the damage down, but they do force him back to base, throw the pink ward down on the Dragon Pit to deny immediate vision. It does not reach the river brush though, so they will be doing this in the vision of TSM. Teleport's coming in. It might be a battle.
This is going to be huge. Lustboy does have his ultimate up. Where's he going to be throwing it down to? Nice crowd control. He makes him use it on himself. That's going to be huge. Balls with going right into the fight and shutting down the initiation. Dragon's already been picked up in the fight, and it looks like Cloud9's going to go ahead, walk out of this one. And LemonNation has to flash out.
3 games running. May not be the case in this split. You can see Fizz sticking up with Zed just right. Dyrus' Lulu is supposed to have a lane advantage, and it was kind of a 1v2 for a long portion of that time, but he has managed to get that turret, and 3 turrets across the board for TSM could lead to plenty of map pressure.
Bjergsen with quite a bit of control there towards mid. Not getting out of this one. That's going to be the lock. He's just making sure.
But with the Zilean at this point in the game and the poke on a sneaky, Cloud9 may have to just retreat.
Ooh, WildTurtle opens up with the culling. They're all forced to back off from the tidal wave. And a little back and forth here. Dyrus almost gets taken down. He holds onto the ultimate, which could still be huge for somebody in this fight to go in. But right now, he's got to be back.
They still have the Zilean ultimate. They still have the Lulu ultimate. It's just a matter of being able to use them at the opportune moments. Cloud9 may just try and push mid off of this one because they don't want to tango with all those ults. Dyrus actually going to heal, and he will have his teleport to come back in. That is huge. The Zed poke has been really beneficial. This is the flank. Here's the fight.
Backside, can he polymorph? What's he trying to do? He gives himself the wild growth as they go in. Amazing's very low, but he uses the ultimate, tries to get out, but Meteos finds him as he drops down the spout. Bjergsen's going to have an ult near him, but it looks like he only hits 3 with that. Not too much damage going around.
Oh, man.
He's still doing damage, though. Finally, they get the focus on him. WildTurtle now trying to go crazy. LemonNation hits the last bubble, and he flashes away, so they cannot get the retribution kill there. 4 for 2.
We said the fight was going to be about the use of TSM's life-saving ultimates, and honestly, Lustboy could not land a good chrono shift that fight. Dyrus went down first with the focus. Usually you want a Zilean ult, the first main target that has damage, that gets focused down. TSM was unable to do that. Cloud9 wins the fight and gets the Dragon. If he would have been able to keep his deaths down, he was on pace for 100, but he died this game. He only had 1 death in the entire series.
Meteos, please.
Yeah. Now we've got a 49 KDA for the series. Ball's still getting focused.
Ooh. A little miscommunication. Gets himself out fast, but they do get his flash. Whoa! Coming out of nowhere on this one. The playful and the trickster to get the kill in.
So this is TSM committing everything to the bottom lane. How far are they going to push, and how much are they going to lose to this? If there was a base race situation, TSM would have actually won that one, so the mid lane push is recalling from Cloud9, and they're just trying to take that top lane turret with Trist.
Very nice job. Cloud9 will be back. Things on the mid lane for Dyrus to clear, and both teams try to stretch each other thin for a quick second, but realize they both have good ideas. And he makes it away. Very nice utility use of the speed steroid.
This is a flank right here. You can see Cloud9's push at the mid lane. A lot of TSM is trying to come from behind them, although High has burned a lot of Dyrus' stuff right off the bat.
It has been used. The Ignite takes him down, and the hat flutters to the ground.
TSM might still go in, though.
Trying to come in from the backside. A great calling. It's going to be stopped, though. No, he actually dodges out with the relentless pursuit to keep some shots coming in. A kill coming in from Sneaky. Uses the heal to keep the team healthy, but it takes... Actually, he goes down to the Ignite.
Triple kill!
Through that. This is when it comes up big. Bjergsen with the kills in the fights. The triple there, 4-2 and 2. But those LemonNation bubbles disengaging at the end. A little too late, but does save quite a bit there. And it's going to be ults up basically on both sides with quite a bit of summoners down from that last fight.
Yeah, and after that last fight, I don't know how willing Cloud9 would be to fly in here. They got to be careful. They do have a little bit of a flank going on. If they can land the right stun, they miss it. Will Balls initiate, he goes.
Only crowd control on the Lustboy. The chrono shift is
That's huge.
Not used. It's going to be under amazing. He can't even jump away. Right after a fight, Cloud9 put their foot down and TSM cannot respond.
TSM needed 5 more seconds for that fight because the chrono shift was still on cooldown for TSM. So they focused him down. There was no protection, and they just blew him up. What a way for Cloud9 to pull the trigger at just the right moment.
Playing within the perfect window.
They just have to get the damage down to the Sneak.
Won't matter.
Oh, no.
There we go. No more back foot. They weren't down. They were just biding their time, waiting for everybody to get out of base. So Cloud9 back into engage mode.
Kind of the only way I see them dealing with this, but now Cloud9 actually looking for the initiation. TSM could definitely get cut off here.
All right. Good shot onto Amazing. He won't take any extra damage to be on that death mark. Everybody's kind of, trying to get an initiation, and Balls goes for the
Not
flash.
where TSM wants to be.
TSM is taking turret shots as they try to walk out of this one, and they're going to be pretty much walked along and now strung to Baron if Cloud9 wants to. It seems like they're trying for the bushwhack.
Dyrus down a flash, Lustboy down a flash, and no vision control at the Baron area. This
now they're going for it.
Is so dangerous for TSM. They have to rush in, but the fear of rushing in is that they're waiting for a trap, and Balls is trying to zone them out. They're going to realize now the Baron's being taken.
He can do everything. He throws down the Maokai ultimate. Maelstrom is down. They go right for Bjergsen. The Zanias is on. Lustboy's chrono shift, still trying to pay attention to that. Wild growth now to Bjergsen. They're trying to calculate these. He got the chrono shift as well, so he will be back. Cloud9, however, is cleaning up the fight. Sneaky says, "King me," gets another jump. One more shot to Bjergsen. It's going to come from Meteos, and Lustboy is the only one to get out alive.
4 kills, and the Baron may just be the straw that broke the camel's back right there for TSM.
Say that again.
They used both of the big spells onto Bjergsen right there, but that left the rest of the team vulnerable.
Right.
And Cloud9 has enough damage and enough experience playing against us that they were able to just work around those ultimates. They had so much power. They get the Baron, now they're pushing mid. It's generally easy pickings for number 3. Balls is not even getting hurt by Amazing poke right now.
And we got WildTurtle already trying to take down the minions coming down through mid. You have Sneaky just hitting the auto attacks. Bjergsen is in. Jump the waters only does so much damage, and it looks like they now engage. Cloud9's focusing on Bjergsen. He tries to get to the back line. He's popped up by the tidal wave. He will be back. Chrono shift is on. Lustboy under the back line trying to peel a bit for Turtle as well. Nobody can get back to Bjergsen though. Cloud9 is just sectioned off the entire fight.
And Cloud9 is doing the right thing here. It's almost like everyone is on their own individual page during team fights, which makes it impossible to track who they're focusing, and it's just playing mind games with TSM. This game's over.
34.5 on the clock, Jack. Cloud9 coming in strong. 64,000 to 48. 17 to 6 on the scoreboard. We're going to go to game 2 in this best of 5 series. Cloud9 takes game 1.
While TSM was able to kill Meteos for the second time and Sneaky for the first time this playoffs, it was just the once. And you need to do that a few more times if you want to take down Cloud9 in the playoffs. They are now 14-0